Hey, what's up guys, it's Navelow here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how to play better on Nuketown 2065 in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. In this commentary, I will be telling you guys what kill streaks you should be using, what guns you should be using, and how you should be playing on this map. Now, I do have a lot of experience playing on previous Nuketowns, like the original Nuketown on BO1 and then Nuketown 2025 on BO2. Even my first video was actually on Nuketown 2025 on BO2. If you want to check out my first video, link will be in the description below to it. So the gameplay that you're watching in the background is me with the KM44 just dropping a nice little 50 bomb. So first I'm going to start off with what guns you should be using. Starting off with the assault rifles, I'm going to just run down the list real quick. KM44, HVK30, ICR, and like always, the M8A7. So let me start off with the KM44. The KM44 is basically like an AK-47 variant. It's basically a slow fire rate, high damage, low recoil. I really like this gun not only because, you know, it has a very high damage and low recoil, but you can conserve a lot of energy since of how slow of a fire rate it is. And since Nuketown is such a small map, you're probably going to be firing a lot of bullets because of spawn trapping and whatnot, so it's a way to conserve a lot of ammo without taking up the scavenger perk. Now, why would you be using an assault rifle on such a small map, you may be asking? Well, there are a lot of long lines of sight, and if you're spawn trapping in like either one of the buildings, you're probably going to want to, you know, be able to pick them off before they could pick you off. And if you have an assault rifle, you'll be able to do that with a lot more ease. Now, jumping into the HVK30, why I like this gun a lot is basically it's a submachine gun in an AR body. It has a bunch of range, high fire rate, high recoil. Like I said, it's just a submachine gun in an AR body. It really reminds me of the Type 25 from BO2. I just really enjoy it, and like I said, if you have range and if it's a high fire rate, you're going to be able to kill your enemies a lot quicker, especially if you're spawn trapping. Now, the ICR is basically like the M27 from BO2, the ICR from MW2 and 3, and it kind of reminds me of the Maverick from Ghost. It's basically like a slow fire rate, high damage, low recoil. It's basically like another KM44, but it has a different feel to it. It's more of like SMG type feeling gun. It's kind of like a Peacekeeper, but the AR version of it. So that's why I really like it. It's basically, you can rush around with it and get a lot of kills, especially on domination or kill confirmed. You could be running around the whole map and you could basically outslay the crap out of everyone with that gun. Now, the M8A7, what can you do with that gun? Better question, what can't you do with that gun? Now, I know it's not as powerful as it was in the beta, but it's still a really powerful gun. Nobody really gave it a chance once they saw that it was nerfed and everything, but I personally still really love using this gun. I still think it's probably one of the best guns in the game, if not the. Now, the Razorback, on the other hand, that was really nerfed, just like the M8A7, but it's still a really good gun. So let's jump into the SMGs. Now, obviously, any SMG would be good, but the best ones on the map is probably the Kuda, VMP, Weevil, and the Razorback. Starting with the Kuda. Now, I never really liked using the Kuda whatsoever, but I still think it's a really good gun for this map just because it has a decent range and whatnot, and you still get a lot of ammo. And there's not really that much of recoil on the gun, so you don't really even need grip on it. The VMP, it's a very fast fire rate. It would just work great for it. Same with the Weevil, and the Weevil has a crap ton of ammo. The Razorback is more of an AR type player's gun, but it works best on Nuketown just because of the slow fire rate and the long range. I would say the best three guns to use on this map is personally the KM44, HVK, and or the Kuda. Now I'm going to tell you what the best kill streaks are to use on this map. If you're more of a casual player who doesn't really go on high streaks, I would recommend the UAV, counter UAV, and the Talon. The UAV and the counter UAV are basically like brothers. UAV basically lets you see people on your minimap, and the counter UAV on the other team, they can't see anything on their minimap. So if you're using an unsuppressed gun, they won't even be able to tell where you are on the minimap. And the Talon, that just gets you a bunch of kills. That's basically like a Dragonfire, but it's like an escort drone at the same time. And plus all the assist points that you'll be getting from both the counter UAV and the regular UAV, it will help you get to your Talon a lot quicker. Now, if you're a player who goes on high streaks, I would recommend the Wraith, Hater, and Raps. The reason for the Wraith is because since Nuketown is such a small map, it's going to be able to cover a lot of it. The hater is self-explanatory. You're going to be able to see anybody wherever they go. And the wraps, like I said, with the raft, since it's such a small map, the wraps are just going to be able to go around the map and just kill anybody in their path. Now I'm going to get into a bunch of things that they removed or added to the Nuketown. The removal of head glitches and lines of sights. Now that big truck in the center that you can actually go into and you can see the B flag if you're actually in it and whatnot, that actually blocks off your lines of sight. If you remember in BO1 and BO2, you could look from the garage to the enemy spawn and basically get a spawn snipe. You can't do that anymore just because of the line of sight being blocked off. There's a lot of head glitches that were removed. But there's like just a lot of cosmetic changes to this map that made it a lot less, interesting in how original it actually was. Spawn trapping, that never went anywhere. You can even see me spawn trapping on this map, like in Safeguard, in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 Live Episode 6. Like I said, link will be in the description below to that too. Spawn trapping is never going to be able to leave on Nuketown. It's just a spawn trapping map. If you push up too far, I'd say the spawns are a little bit better on this map, so you're basically going to spawn on the other side of the map, and then you're just going to be able to go over and just kill them from behind. But if you know how to spawn trap, and if you're playing in a 6-man party, there's no way they're going to be getting out of there. Like I said, spawn trapping is never going to be removed, but it's just a matter of how well they can actually fix it. Now, how personally I play this map, I like to play very up in their spawn, but play very defensive, so basically spawn trap. Or if I'm just going for gameplay like this, I'll just be running around and stuff like that. And it's just a lot of fun to play this map, and I would highly suggest trying it out if you haven't already. So yeah guys, that's all I really got to say about Nuketown 2065. It's a great map. I would still suggest playing it a crap ton as much as you possibly can. You can get great gameplays like this. I'm going to be starting a new series called Road to 50 Bomb with every gun. I wanted to use this gameplay, but it wasn't the best. I know that I could get a way better gameplay with the KM44. So I just decided to do a new type of video, how to play better on Nuketown. So yeah guys, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See ya. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.